So I'm Emma. I've got another little short Pilates workout for you. So do come and join me on your mat. So we're going to start off at the end of the mat with our feet off the mat. And we're going to gently lie ourselves down. So you might like to roll yourself out to the side to bring yourself to lying down. So wiggle yourself down a little bit, make sure your feet are off the mat and just have your arms down by your sides. Take a moment to find you've got that neutral pelvis, so you might like to have a little rock through that pelvis. And then find that midway point between a tilt up and a tilt back. Find that your hips are level and return your arms back down by your sides. Back of your neck long, you can insert a little cushion or block at the back of your head if you need to make that more comfortable on your neck. Ensure you've got that pocket of air at your lower back. Take a breath in to prepare, and then breathe out. Slide your right foot along the floor, so sliding that right leg away, flex at that ankle, and then rebend that leg. Breathe in as you do so. And then breathe out. Take your left foot away, slide the left heel away, draw the toes up, rebend that leg, return that foot flat to the floor. We'll go back to the right leg, so bring that right knee in, along the floor, and then bring that right foot back in. And then taking the left foot. So the purpose of not having the feet on the mat is so that it makes it easier to slide on the floor, because the mat can be quite sticky. You want to try and maintain pelvic stability, so try not to let those hips rock. Good, one more on each side. Just make sure the backs of your ribs are nestling into the mat, your neck feels comfortable, and then return. Let's take some work into the shoulders, bring the arms down by the sides. Breathe in, take the arms up over your shoulders, take them up halfway. Breathe them out, take them all the way up and over for rib cage closure. Inhale, take the arms up halfway, keep the shoulder blades connected to the mat, and exhale, lower the arms back down by your sides. Breathe in, just make sure there's tone at the belly, arms float up halfway over the shoulders. Exhale, take the arms all the way up and over. Breathe in, float the arms up directly over the shoulders. And exhale, take them back down. Good, so inhale, arms come vertical over the shoulders. Keep your ribs tucked in so they don't pop out as you take the arms up and over. Take the arms back over the shoulders and then release them back down by your sides. So now we're going to look at straightening and extending that right leg along the floor. But as we do so, we'll simultaneously take the left arm up and over. Return that foot, return the arm. Slowly does it, maintaining that pelvic stability. Core muscles engaged. Left leg, right arm. Good, reach through to the heel, reach through to the tips of your fingers and return. Let's go back to right leg, left arm. Flex at your ankle. And slide that foot back, return the arm back. And we'll take left leg, right arm. Just make sure the leg that's not moving stays still, maintaining stability through the shoulder girdle and the pelvis. Last one, left leg, right arm. And then return that back down. Good, just bring your hands to your prominent hip bones again. Walk those feet in a little bit closer this time, in towards your sitting bones. Refine that neutral pelvis. Just check you've got that little arch at your lower back, little tone to the belly. You're going to open that right knee out to the right side of your mat. But as you do so, you want to keep the left leg nice and still. Return that knee. And then open that left leg out to the left side of your mat, keeping your right leg and hip nice and still. Going back to that right side when you return that left leg. So open that right knee out to the right side of your mat, don't let the left side move. Return that foot flat to the floor. So you open that left leg out, you come onto the skinny edge of that left foot and return that foot back. Good. Just keep going one side and then over to the other side. Last one. Good. Finishing off with that left knee opening out to the side. Okay, we're going to take a knee fold of the right leg. So take a knee fold of your right leg. When you lift that right foot off the floor, you may feel that that's impacting on your lower back. So you may need to think about softening and melting that lower back down in towards the floor, but don't overemphasize that. Gently rest your right hand on that right knee. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Open that right knee out to the side. Take it down towards the end of your mat. Bring it across over to the left side and then back in towards the chest. So we're making knee circles. So slow, controlled movements. And for those of you that are strong enough in the core, you might like to straighten the leg. And it's the whole leg that circles. Make the movements fairly controlled, fluid, smooth, maintaining that pelvic stability. 2 more like this. You can have your leg bent or you can have the leg straight. Hips are not rocking. And then change direction. So circles around. If you find the hips starting to move, that left side starting to move, just make those circles a little bit bigger. Keep the jaw relaxed, keep the shoulders relaxed. Should be starting to feel that in that right hip socket and possibly that right thigh, quadriceps working. Last 2 and last 1. Good. Bringing that leg so it's back in line over the hip. Rebend that leg, lower that foot down. Good. Take a moment. Refine that neutral pelvis. Belly muscles just slightly engaged. Knee fold of your left leg. Foot comes up at knee height, knee sits over the hip. Bring your hand to rest on that knee. Bring the knee in towards your chest, open the knee out to the side, take it across the midline and back in towards the chest. So slow, controlled movements, keeping the left side as stable as you can. I find this left side harder. I find my right side wants to move around a little bit more. And it may be the case you find it easier on one side more than the other. So if you want to straighten the leg and work towards a straight leg, you can. Toes are soft. Try and avoid working towards a straight leg, but there's still a bend in it. Either have that knee fold or a straight leg, obviously not rocking out the knee. You may hear some crunching as that leg's moving around. It's just where the end of the thigh bone is rotating around in its hip socket. Change direction. Again, just making sure the movement's fluid, smooth, making sure the effort comes from the top of that thigh, the hip socket, reducing the movement down if it's wobbling in the hips. Couple more here. Should be starting to feel that now. And then bringing that back to neutral over the hip, rebending that leg, lowering that foot back down. Take a moment there. You might like to stretch the body out, take the arms up over the head. Return the legs, return your arms. Just take a little bit of abdominal workout. So, interlace the fingers around the back of your head. Space between your chin and your chest, your elbows forward in your peripheral vision. Take a breath in, breathe out, lift the back of your head, lift the upper back, take a curl up. And then take the right tip of your shoulder blade over towards your left hip. Come back to centre, and then take the left tip of your lower shoulder blade over towards your right hip. Come back to centre, lower the upper back and head down. Breathe in, breathe out, take your curl up. Make sure those core muscles activate a little more intensely. You can take the left side now over to the right side and return. And then take the right tip of your lower shoulder blade over towards your left hip. Return. Return the upper back and head down. Good. Repeat. Breathe in, breathe out. Take your curl up. So it's right side now leading over towards the left. Keep your right shoulder blade down on your mat. Return to neutral. And then it's left side over to right. Return to neutral. Lower the upper back and head down. Good. Keep going with this. So just alternating which side leads. One side and then the other. Breathing out when you come up and you take that effort. Don't forget to breathe out through parted lips. Should be starting to feel that on the lower abdominals now. And rather than thinking about getting the elbow across, think about getting that shoulder blade across. Do one more on each side. When you've taken that last one, release the head. Either hug the knees in towards your chest or take a full body stretch, whichever you prefer. Just stretch those toes away, stretch those legs away. Rebend those legs. Take your arms back down by your sides. Roll yourself off to the side. Bring yourself to a 4-point kneeling position. Knees in underneath your hips, hands in underneath your shoulders. Middle finger facing up towards the top end of your mat. Shoulders plucked back into their sockets. Neutral pelvis, broad through the upper back. Just a slight hug of the belly towards the spine. Tuck your toes. Press the floor away. Lift the knees off the mat. Take a little pedal through the legs. You're in an upside down V position, called a downward facing dog. And then release both heels down towards the floor. Walk your hands back towards your feet. And then roll yourself up to standing. Good. Okay. You are done. That was just a short workout there. Done quite a bit of work on the hips, a little bit of work on the abdominals, and a little bit of work on the shoulders. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.